So last night was a full moon, which had me thinking a lot about the sacred feminine, divine energy, goddess energy, girl power, that kind of thing. We all have feminine energy within us, no matter what your gender is. We also all have masculine energy within us. Both are extremely important, beautiful, and valuable in different ways. But today's video is talking specifically about the divine feminine energy and how you can sort of incorporate these different practices into your daily life to enhance that inner goddess from within. I've also been seeing a lot of videos online about sort of dating coaches and women talking about how to use your feminine energy to sort of land a man, and I think do what you want. I'm kind of more of the mindset of that you really don't have to do that. I think be yourself is the most important thing. But today the main focus is finding that feminine energy within you and different ways that you can cultivate that in your daily life. Now the first one that I want to say is to create. And this is, I'm sort of biased with this because I am a painter, I'm an artist. Feminine energy is creative. Literally it creates life. So whatever that is for you, that could be like writing a book, that could be making a painting. Whatever way that you can tap into that energy and that creation is going to help you tap into your inner feminine energy as well. Being around other women is extremely important. I live in a house of 3 other women. Actually, as I'm speaking, my roommate is outside cutting wood for our fire. It's just cool because we all bring our own strengths to the table. We all are very intuitive and in tune with each other and in tune with our home, our community, and it's a really, really cool space to be in. Just find a way to reconnect with the amazing ladies in your life, and that'll help you also connect with yourself. I think it's oftentimes a little bit misunderstood that feminine energy is supposed to be very like take care of us, rescue us from our castle. But I'd like to counter that perception, because if you ever thought about what a mama bear does, have you seen a bear when she's protecting her cubs? Mama bear will kick your ass to make sure her babies are okay. And I think that is what feminine energy is about. She's protective, she's fierce, she's nurturing, and she's loving, but when push comes to shove, Mama Bear is gonna take care of business. Healing is an extremely important part of this. How I used to perceive what it was like to be a woman in the world and how it felt to be a woman in the world. It was often shown to me through the media. Just, you know, growing up as like a girl and being surrounded by other women who are also being influenced by these things. We're supposed to look a certain way, we're supposed to act a certain way. If we want to be respected by men or by other individuals, we're supposed to be this concept. The older I get, the more that I find I'm respecting women who don't fit into that paradigm. And it's really enlightening and quite freeing too, because it's like showing us that we don't have to be this cookie cutter image of who we think we're supposed to be just so that we can get the respect that we deserve. Because goddess energy does not try to conform or try to fit itself into a mold. It just is. I think we're living in such a wonderful time right now. We're seeing different examples of what it's like to be an empowered woman in the world, and it's never just one way. I think a lot of young women that are growing up now are going to see these examples in the media, and they can see themselves being represented in different ways where they can choose for themselves like who they want to be. But it's still important to sort of reflect back on those old times and to heal those old paradigms of what we thought it was to be a feminine energy in the world. Apologizing to your body is one of the things that I think is extremely important, because I know, at least from my perspective and a lot of the women that are close to me, they've had experiences where they have either been body shamed or body shamed themselves or restricted themselves with food or over exercise because they felt they didn't look how they were supposed to. And that energy is not good, because that's not a loving energy to be giving to yourself. There's a difference between moderation and restriction, because your feminine energy should be embraced and embodied and loved and allowed to feel safe. So it's funny because like looking back, I could see there's different times in my life where I'm like, oh, if only I knew then what I knew now, right? And one of the ways to sort of heal from this experience is to write a letter to yourself at that time and apologize for how you treated yourself, but also write down all the advice that you would have given to yourself. Compliment yourself. Give that past you the energy you wish you would have received. And at the end of it, write down, I love you. Healing that past version of ourselves allows us to heal that version within ourselves currently and allows us to move forward into a more loving, positive, peaceful space. This is gonna sound really silly, but just dancing. I spent the other night, I blasted some music in the kitchen, I had a couple glasses of wine, and I just danced it out. You're just being free, you know, you're moving your body without judgment, you're just shaking out the energy, you're having a good time, you're feeling the flow, getting in tune with the rhythm of yourself and the energy around you and nature, and whatever music you vibe with too. It could be hip hop. For me, it was some rock. I was listening to some Dorothy, and I was just cooking dinner and like creating foods that was gonna nourish my body, so I'm nourishing my body from the inside out. I'm dancing while I'm doing it, I'm drinking wine, I'm listening to music, and the energy is just getting all mixed up and raising that to a place where I was just having I was feeling real good. But learning to embrace your body and accept it where it is. I think dancing is one of the ways to sort of help you do that, because it helps you be present in your body, but also embracing it for what it is right now, instead of thinking like, I'll be happy when it looks a certain way. I'll be happy after I've love yourself in the present moment, because this is This is your body here and now, and she's done a lot for you. Give back to her a little bit. Another thing I like to do with this is taking baths. I have some bath bombs or some sea salts, and just kind of giving yourself time to reconnect with your body and say, thank you for allowing me to be here. Thank you for giving me this amazing life and this little vessel that I get to use to explore in the world and to learn and create and grow. And last but not least, I do inner goddess paintings. If you don't know what these are, essentially what I do is I work with you. I find the feminine energy that you most strongly identify with, and everybody is completely unique. But the whole point of this painting is for you to see yourself on the canvas. I want you to look at this painting and see the goddess and see yourself in it and say, wow, that's me. Every time I look at this painting, it's gonna remind me of the goddess that I already am inside, and it's gonna remind you of how powerful you already are. So if any of you guys are interested in getting a goddess painting, my books are currently open. I am so excited to work with you and to share this journey and to help you find your path towards your inner goddess, your feminine strength, your divine feminine energy, your girl power. So what are some things that you guys do to sort of embrace your own inner feminine energy? If there's anything that you want to add to this list, please put it in the comments below, share it with each other, share it with me. I'm always looking for new ways to grow and explore. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.